So Louise, good morning.
Good morning.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So today, what I'd like to talk to you about is an understanding about like yourself and how you got into the career as a financial advisor. So let me know, how did you get into this weird and wonderful world?
So believe it or not, it's not something I set out to become.
Okay.
I fell into it just by joining a firm that was trying to train up a financial advisor. So one of my friends worked at this small firm in East Sussex and said to me, they're looking to train somebody up. Do you want to go and give it a go? And at that time, I was doing sort of admin and customer services jobs and I was getting a little bit bored, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I went over to the firm and had an interview there. And they basically said they wanted to take someone on as an admin assistant, train them up because one of their other advisors was retiring.
Okay.
I thought it sounded great. I mean, I'd never heard of a financial advisor. I had no idea what it meant until I went down there. But the more I heard about it, I thought actually I could really get on board with this.
Okay.
So yeah, they took me on, started training me immediately. And then I was qualified within a few years.
Okay.
And then I've done it ever since.
Good stuff. And if you don't mind me asking, so what's it like for a woman entering into and being successful as you are in what has admittedly been quite a male-dominated kind of profession over the course of time? What have there been challenges, or has it been kind of plain sailing?
It's not been challenging, if I'm being totally honest. It's quite refreshing, actually.
Yeah.
People don't mind that I'm a woman. I mean, I've got female clients, I've got male clients. I don't just specifically have female clients.
Yeah.
I've never been told to my face that people specifically don't want to use me because I'm a woman. But
Sure.
I mean, some people might feel that way.
Yeah.
But I had a new client recently who took me on and he said this was a man, he specifically wanted a female advisor because he felt that they might empathise with him a bit more.
Sure.
So there's different skills, I think, that as a woman I bring to my role than perhaps a man. But I don't think I do the job any better or any worse than a male counterpart. But I think it's definitely being empathetic with clients can be really helpful. And I feel for women, certainly, they feel maybe having someone that understands more about what they might be going through, especially if they're widowed or divorced or something like that. I think they feel a little bit more of a connection with me because I'm the same gender. So I think it can be helpful in some areas.
So did you feel that you bring some what you call like the softer skills to certain relationships that may require them, where maybe kind of traditionally like us guys can be a little bit like number kind of orientated and kind of, so I guess what I'm hearing there is you bring a nice balance to financial advice companies or to your client portfolio.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for a lot of my clients, I don't have a really formal sit down over a desk with a laptop. It's more of a cup of tea and a chat, and it's just a friendly catch up when I see them. So I think it maybe, like you say, has a softer touch to it, which some people like, some people might not, but each to their own.
So top of your head, give me 3 reasons why someone should get into a career as a financial advisor.
It's really flexible.
Okay.
So that works for me because I've got 2 young children. So I work from home. I'm self-employed, and that can have really massive perks. It means I can have holidays off, spend time with my children, work the hours that I want to work. It can be really profitable. I mean, I'm sort of in my late 30s. I'm probably going to be doing this for another 20 or 30 years, but it can be a really good income stream as well. And I mean, I love it. I just love seeing clients, doing a job that I love. It makes me happy. And I wouldn't want to do anything else.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. And are there any drawbacks? So if someone wanted to get into this profession, what are some considerations that you could kind of offer people to so they know exactly what it is they're getting into, but they can go into their career with their eyes wide open, I guess?
To be honest, it's quite hard to get in to start with. I mean, there are a couple of academies around. So if you want to kind of fast track your way through, you can go and join one of the academies and they will do exactly that. Just fast track you through the exams and get you qualified. But most of the time then you're tied to them and you have to be their advisor for however long. Yeah. I really lucked out by coming into a small firm and training up internally in that firm. I mean, I was so lucky. And I've had a lot of people ask me, how do I break into this industry? And I have said, if you can find a smaller firm and go in as an administrator or a customer services or a receptionist or something, if they're willing to train you up, then that can be fantastic. But the problem is a lot of advisors don't have the time to train people because they're so busy, which is a problem because the workforce is shrinking because there are a lot of advisors who are going to be retiring in the next 5 to 10 years and there's not enough younger advisors coming in at the other end. So the workforce is shrinking, but there's not enough of a structure to get younger people into the industry. So it is a problem, but it's absolutely doable. You just got to find a way into it, unfortunately.
So because people are so busy, they can't do the training and they get to a certain point and they sell their book to an advisor.
Exactly.
They exit the industry with all of that kind of experience. Then.
Exactly.
So maybe funny is the wrong word, but what's the funniest thing that you've seen in your time as... I'll put you on the spot there a little bit. Cool, take your time.
I will take my time. My God, funny is a really difficult one.
Or or a kind of a face palm kind of moment. That's funny is that I guess, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or a client comes to you and says, I want to exit all of my money from my ISA and put it into, I don't know, this cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I've had a few clients like that, especially with market downturns. They just want to sell and get out. And I'm like, absolutely not. That's the worst thing you could do. Hold out because the markets will bounce back.
Yeah.
They always do.
Okay.
The biggest faith palm moment I've had with a client I took on last year was she had quite a large pension, but half of it was sitting in cash. And it had to be for a while because she just hadn't thought to invest it. She'd been making these contributions from her company and the contributions had just been sitting in cash. So yeah, I've fixed that. Yeah. But yes, I mean, she's lost out then on the growth she could have been getting, especially with inflation running so high for the past few years and things like this. So yeah, if she'd have sought out help earlier,
she's been losing money.
Yes.
She's been sat there in cash.
Exactly, because inflation's been
it's like running at 5, whatever kind of percent it kind of is on average. You know, yeah, she's losing money.
Yes.
So that is a very good reason for actually engaging with a financial advisor, isn't it? Because it's those expensive mistakes that people make without knowing it that actually working with an advisor can really kind of help you avoid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out of interest, what's it been like? Because I know that before you were a paid advisor and you've come into a self-employed role with Sterling and Law. So can you just give me a bit of a broad brushstroke again? You know, benefits, considerations around being, you know, kind of like not freelancers, but like self-employed.
Yeah. So before I moved over to Sterling and Law, I was employed as an advisor. Okay. So that was nice because I had a basic salary and then I got a small cut on top of that.
Yes.
But I was employed effectively. So I had, 20 days holiday. I was meant to be in the office however many days of the week, post-COVID, and all this sort of stuff. So it had those benefits, pension contributions and all that sort of thing. But it was quite restricted because I've got 2 young kids, as I said. So it was very office-based and, it wasn't a long commute, but it was 40 minutes each way. And when you've got young children at home, that can be quite a challenge. So when I moved over to Sterling and Law, I became self-employed. So it means I just run my own business effectively. So I've got the backing of a bigger firm, but I, run my own calendar, choose my working hours, take holidays when I want, ultimately, as long as I'm still making money.
Yes.
But it's nice to have that support of a larger firm behind me, but also effectively running my own small business, really.
Okay.
There's no base salary, obviously. I just get a commission cut, but it's bigger than the cut I would have got on my old firm.